Alrighty. So we can move over to Elizabeth and Arina.
Yes.
You said you were going to do a spot check, right?
I fail miserably.
Oh, was it a miserable fail?
I keep rolling zeros. Yes, it's a miserable fail.
Wait, was it an actual 0?
Well, no, it was a 13 plus blah 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 that turned into a 0.
Yeah, since my macro can't do the -5 thing on that, so when you're rolling a skill you don't have trained, just do a d20 -5.
Oh, okay. So much easier. So that would actually be an 8. I was wondering why it always turned to 0.
So an 8. Yeah, you try to look around to see if you could find anything of use, but who cares? Everything in here is so fine and pretty.
It is so miraculous. The fabric itself. It's just a shame that my allies will not notice and enjoy it as well.
Ma'am, is helping with the investigation?
I'll help with the investigation soon as my people come and join us as well. I need all the support, even if they're simple-minded.
Oh, right. Would you want me to fetch them for you?
Oh, if you could, that would be perfect. I really need them to hurry up.
Right. And it'll be no more than a few moments. And she would take a bow and leave the store with you alone.
Must take everything.
She comes back and you're wearing 2 dresses.
Elizabeth would make her way back this way. Take a while before she gets back. On one of his roundings, one of the city guard would make his way in here while you're in here. As he would...
Yes?
Oh, excuse me, citizen. As he'd look from side to side. You wouldn't happen to know where the owner's assistant is, would you?
I believe she just left and went to fetch some people. They'll be back momentarily. Please, just relax and wait.
Oh, no. I would like to, but unfortunately I have to keep all my rounds. If you would you let her know that Derek stopped by?
Yeah, yeah. I'll make sure to do that. Derek, you said?
Yes.
I'll make sure she gets the information that is required.
Thank you. As you would see that he'd still look around and give you a small bow and leave. While that was happening, about the time you guys leave the bar, Elizabeth would be walking to see you guys leave. I'm sorry to interrupt anything that you're all doing, but Lady Arina asked me to come retrieve you all.
Barely. Oh, she did she? Well, perhaps you could lead us to her. She's not, fallen down in a well or something, right?
No, she's just waiting on you to help me, my manager, and my store with the vandalism issue.
You didn't leave her in the store alone, did you? You know she has sticky fingers.
Ken, shut the fuck up. We gotta maintain a decent reputation with these people.
I'm just jesting. Please lead us on.
She would do a sense motive to your bluff.
Fucking idiot.
He's ruining a very good thing we have.
If he fails this bluff, I'm punching him in the back of the head for being
No,
a
he
dumbass.
wants to fail this bluff.
Oh, he wants to fail this bluff? Okay.
I got a 1.
If he succeeds this bluff, she would believe that she would be a thief.
I got
Oh.
1, so I think I failed.
Jesus Christ. It's fine. I can tell that you jest. A woman that of her nature I doubt would be of the thieving variety.
Looks can be deceiving.
We can hear you!
Selena, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, people!
Oh,
My party is retarded, ma'am!
I didn't mean thief. You see, it's from her race. Forget it. I was trying to be silly. Shall we go?
It's funny because you did a bluff. You could totally diplomatize the shit out of that with your race.
Yeah, not really.
What, did you not get gregarious?
That's one of my racial traits, right? The one that
You
gives
can
me a
pick
bonus.
Gregarious or Swift Changer.
I think I got both. I should have reread that. Yeah, I'd take that one over the other one. Not into shape-shifting very much.
So, Arna, after the guard left and you were in here, you're pretty much left alone for about 2 minutes. What would you have been doing?
Just looking at the dresses, trying a few on, seeing how they fit. Not actually stealing any.
You're keeping your hands to
Or
yourself.
Giving my hands and my 6 legs to myself.
Alright, so they eventually return back.
Oh yes, what took you guys so long? I've been dreadfully bored just looking at all these dresses when we could do actual work. Clearly being sarcastic.
Oh, just dealing with the actual work that we came here to get.
Yeah, meanwhile, while you were over here playing dress up, or so I would assume, we found our actual job assignment.
Well, no matter. We got this one to do as well. Our day will be busy, I'm sure.
Well, I think a noble person such as yourself would appreciate that of a human life, or other lives, as that matter.
Oh, we will do plenty. We'll do both of these tasks. And we will do them with such grace. If your kind can actually do that.
Is
So
it
at
for
this point,
shanking or
Elizabeth
sleep?
kind of just like puts a small hand over her face, like, "Oh, oh
This
shit."
is up for some sleep shanking.
We'll get down to business.
Then why don't you come in and see if you can find any clues? I can't seem to find anything just yet, but my eye seems to be on other matters. Like this beautiful dress I'm about to partake in once we finish this.
I would look to Elizabeth and say, I prefer not to count my chickens before they hatch.
Chickens?
And I roll my eyes. Obviously entertained, not annoyed.
Alright, but does anyone want to come in here and try to make a spot check? When you say that statement, Elizabeth's kind of like...
Yeah, I'll come in.
She's not too sure how to respond to that.
I'll come in and I'll make a spot check. Gotta find spot. Okay.
I don't think I found anything with the spot or a search.
Alright, so... One thing I did change on how spot works on this game, if you guys do multiple rolls trying to find the exact same thing, all your rolls are put into a pool, and then it's averaged out.
So, like, if someone rolls a 1 and everyone else rolls perfectly, that 1 can kill us.
Yeah. So we got a 16 and a 12 so far. Anyone else gonna look? 16, 12, and 19.
I'm from the door, yeah.
I will forgo the roll because I don't want to screw you.
Yeah, yours was later, so you missed the thing you were supposed to see. So.
Plus, she's distracted with so many pretties.
Oh, all the pretties.
So that's a 19, a 12, and a 7.
No. Oh yeah, that is a 7. Dang it.
Which equals that divided by 3. Average is 13, which does not beat the DC. So you guys all start to look around trying to find clues and whatnot, though nothing particularly seems to stand out. One thing you do notice, there's like, this place is filled with women's garments, from gloves to dresses to everything down the road that you can expect from a fantasy store for women's garments.
So it's a
Boutique.
okay. Can I forget exactly how this functions. But you'd take time and look extra harder.
You would just get a plus 10 to that, and it would take 10 minutes. Or you get a 10 as if you rolled a 10, which you rolled a 13 prior to that. So. One thing that you did note, looking through here, there's one section that is completely just empty. Everything's like wall-to-wall, closed, and then there's like a section that's like 5 by 6 that's just empty.
I would look back to Elizabeth and say, this is where the jade robes were?
Yes.
Can I look... Could I roll a spot check on that particular area?
Yes. Well, the one that you would want to try to find something is a search.
Seeing Selena search, I guess I would help her search too.
Same. Something I'm actually good at.
I'm not terrible at it.
Oh, the pretties.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, not bad.
You guys did fantastic on that. So I'm pretty sure the average beats out what you need. But just so we can get the number.
Katie, don't roll a 1.
She already rolled.
Oh.
Overall, 19. Nice. So, as you're looking through here, you notice that there's a strange trail of residue leading from the window across the wall to this area. It's like you first notice it, Katie, and then as you notice it, or my fault, not Katie. You first notice it, Sindra, or Sindra. Wow, Celine. It looks like your camera's frozen too, Katie. Oh, there's two of you in here now. What?
Mind blown.
Okay, now there's one. How did you do that? Katie.
She basically rejoined the call as another, and it just makes 2E. I did it earlier by accident.
Is your mic working? Taking that as a no.
And she flew away.
Maybe I can.
What happened?
I was on Avery's tablet. Avery's tablet crashed. Now I'm on my phone. And my phone wasn't agreeing, and I don't think it's going to keep up. So I might have to switch to just using voice.
Well, one thing that you guys notice, like, all at the same time, you, Selena, look to see there's a residue near the area, and then while you were looking there, Fetrick, you looked at the window and noticed there was residue there, and then Ken, as they were doing that, you noticed there was residue just leading from the windows to the walls, and you pretty much all come to this conclusion at the same time.
I would call out and point to the residue near me and say, "Does anybody know what this is?"
I don't know.
No idea, but I got some of the same substance over here.
Maybe there's footprints out the window. Anyone know how to track?
Can I taste it?
Sure. Do you?
Yeah, I get a little tiny bit on my finger and then like taste it. I like smell it and then taste it.
As you look at it, it's kind of a green-looking color.
Okay. What does it smell like?
Doesn't smell like anything.
When it's on my finger, does it hurt?
It tingles a little bit.
I don't lick it. I would rub that off.
As you do rub it off, it actually rubs off some of your fur onto the wall.
What kind of fucking corrosive shit is this?
Oh, did you find something?
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. You want to come take a look?
I suppose I can take a moment to figure out your problems.
Yeah, stop playing dress up over there and come take a look, please.
I'm gonna hazard guess I might instantly know what this is.
Seems like some sort of natural compound, but can't be sure.
Actually, no, you don't instantly know what it is.
Oh no!
You'd have to do a knowledge something.
I don't think I have that knowledge. Engineering, local, weapon, and tactics. I don't have anything for
I
nature
know
stuff.
nothing.
Anybody else gonna try to do some knowledge checks?
Yeah, I'll try to do a knowledge check.
Katie's already setting the bar pretty great. Selena.
Man,
It really depends on what knowledge, because I might have a bonus, I might not.
Yeah, let's see if it's some sort of magic.
What?
It is a disappearing window.
I did know nature, by the way.
I'm just gonna roll tactics, because I can.
Dang. She knows something.
I know tactics, because I am smarter than all of you.
Well, you know something that's going on.
Smarter? Nah.
So as you would look at the area trying to figure out, what is this? You try to think of different means and what you've read over tactical battles and whatnot, that some type of residue has been put in place. One thing comes to mind of a battle against your people in some Ish, which are these gelatin-like creatures that have the ability to shapeshift into other creatures. They're kind of like doppelgangers.
Okay.
And you recall back that some of their tactics were leaving these residues as means of alerting them from a distance, since this residue could still physically give them information even though they're not there.
I'll instantly make sure Frederick doesn't touch it anymore. You fool! Now they know we're here. Don't you know what this is?
I don't know shit about this. All I know is it made my fur fall off, and I'm pissed.
This is still a piece of a living creature. You just alerted its presence to us.
Okay.
You
What
see,
kind of living creature?
these things, as you might not know, because, let's face it, your brain is a
I
little
swear to God, you
smaller.
say something about an inferior race and you're getting decked.
Okay. Like I was saying, these creatures, they have the ability to transform and turn into different shapes and creatures. They're mostly gelatin, if you would like to think.
We're dealing with a food monster?
Something of the sort. But you must be very careful. As you can see, that right there is, if you have enough of that, that will multiply, and more than just your fur will fall.
So
But I'm
how do
sure
we
you
get rid of
already
it?
know that, don't you?
So how do we get rid of it?
It's not how. We must find who did it.
Well, this narrows them down a lot, unless they're using this tactic as a distraction to pin it on somebody else.
They very well could. They could be transformed as a completely different race entirely and do this.
Their shape-shifting skills are far superior to that of mine race, then.
You would actually know something about the Zeeth, Ken, because the main reason why your race choose not to show their shapeshifting skills is because they often get confused with the Ish and get subjugated and accused for taking somebody's place and all that fun stuff. The Ish in a whole aren't liked by anyone because they take people's lives and normally kill the original.
I share this with the rest of you.
How do you share it?
Let's get into that. It could be the Ish. They like to blame us quite a lot.
My thought exactly. You are very smart compared to these people.
Thanks. So are
Want to
you.
get punched?
There's one problem, though. We cannot trust a lot of people that come by. Oh! Woman! Come here. And she motions to Elizabeth.
She blinks and is like, yes?
Someone was here looking for you. Guard. Patrick, Matrick, Mary. Oh, Derek! Derek, right.
Derek came by?
Yes, he came by just a second ago. He had to continue his rounds doing something important, I assume.
Oh, I thought he was gonna come by later. Oh,
Has he ever been early?
Most men arrive early.
I'm asking, is it out of the usual for him to be so early?
oh
Men
well.
do a lot of things early.
Does he come far too soon than you want?
Oh, well, as you ask that, she immediately gets flustered. It's like, oh, my word. No, well, it, he was speaking of his had a new commander that was changing up his shifts lately, so he's been coming irregularly, but this is the first time he came this early. He normally comes by when the sun's not so high up.
Hey, look, we have our first lead. He starts coming irregularly. I look at everybody and glare, and stuff starts missing.
So, the stuff has been missing for quite a long time. This has been going on for a couple of months.
And then I'd look to her and say, when did the jade robes disappear?
That incident happened around 2 days ago, actually.
I would look to blah, 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 blah. I would look for any sort of residue a little bit in front of the shop and leading away in each direction of the shop.
Give me a search.
Okay.
Stop it. So as you look around, you notice that the residue is also smeared in the corners of the doorway. So if the door closed, it would swish on it.
But it's nowhere outside of the shop.
No.
Upon further inspection, well, what would I have to roll for further inspection?
Oh, where are you going to look next?
Well, I was gonna look at the smushed residue in the door and see if I can make out any outlines of any sort. Or would that just be me getting closer and bending down to look at it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I do that.
Basically, it looks like it just got smeared on the inside of the door. So when the door would close, it would smush it. It's not currently smushed.
So, for my understanding purposes, should I take something and scrape it? That's what it looks like on the edge of the door.
Yes.
Dot.
So what you guys...
Elizabeth,
Go ahead.
I would look to Elizabeth and ask her if she had parchment or a handkerchief of any sort.
Yeah, I do have some rags in the back. If you would give me a moment. As she would walk by, she would stop to you, Arana.
I would. Oh, okay.
Did Derek... And she would whisper to you, did Derek happen to say anything about me when he came?
Well, he was just looking for you in particular, so... And he had to go to his useful round. I'm sure he's being very useful in his job right now.
Right. Oh. She kind of give off a smile. Thank you. And she wanted to go get the handkerchief.
Arana takes the time to look at the dress once some more that she's about to get.
And do you actually make note to tell them that you see this in the doorway currently? Selena?
No, but I haven't exactly, I haven't moved. So I'm still kind of in the doorway. I just kind of angled myself so she could get around me.
Alright.
So I'm still kind of hovering over it.
Does anybody make note to say anything to her while she's doing this?
Yeah, I'll ask her what the hell she's doing.
I'll just watch.
I would just kind of like look over my shoulder and say, "There's gunk here."
Oh. Well then. Does anyone know where that guard headed off to?
I wasn't paying too much attention to him.
Do
Did
you
he
know?
go left or right when he left?
I ask the woman if she knows about his new routes.
I will do that when she returns.
She would politely yell back to you guys. No, normally when he's working, I'm also here with my employer, so we don't often have many chances to see each other during our hours. Except
I
when
guess
he
we're
comes
not
by
doing
to visit me, well, during slow times.
I would just yell back. Do you two have something going on or what? Because this is killing me to figure it out.
You hear something crashing in the back.
I would take that as a yes. You might
No,
wanna
no,
clean
no,
that
no!
up.
She would come back and she's like sweeping off dirt that looks like it's on her dress. It's like, no, we don't have anything going on. We were just we're friends.
I would
Selena would
walk up
cough
to
and say,
Elizabeth and
"She
whisper
does."
into her ear, "Your secret's safe with me."
What did you say, Selena?
Selena would just go, "She does."
And then she comes back with the rag that you're asking for. It's like, she kind of just looks flustered, doesn't say anything.
I would wink at her. And I would tell people before I'd take the rag from her, keeping her at a little bit of a distance from it, and then I'd go to the outside of the window, which I can only assume since the door is here, the window would be around here.
Yes.
And being very careful, I look to see if there's any residue outside of the window. Or is there still a hole in the window, first off?
There is a hole, but it's not an actual hole. Currently, there is a magical barrier that is see-through that people can look through. That's their replacement.
Cool shit. I would look at... Without rolling for it, would I know if the barrier was put there after or before the hole was cut? Well, obviously after.
Yeah, you could obviously assume after.
Okay. Then I would look at the edges of the window. I know there was residue found near the window, but can I see like a pile of residue like there was at the base of the door? Search roll.
Search roll.
Ding ding. Nope.
Yeah, you're looking, and it just doesn't seem like you see anything, at least by yourself. So at this moment, you guys saw Selena take the rag and kind of left the outside of the store. So what is everybody else doing inside right now? I think Fetrick, you're still outside, or did you
Well, they
actually
would
go
see
inside?
me. Would they see me outside the window?
This is why I'm asking what they're doing, to see if they do.
Okay.
I'd just be like standing in the doorway, just kind of watching her, but like I'm in the doorway and not in the doorway. So like if someone wanted to leave or come in, they would obviously have to ask me to move out of the way.
Okay, so you're just being that guy.
And I'd be trailing behind her, seeing what she sees, in case there's something that I see.
Alright,
That
so
she
you would
missed.
go outside with her?
Yep.
Okay.
Ariana's gonna call the Elizabeth back over.
Yes, ma'am.
If we do not uncover any simple leads, might I propose that one of us stays here during the night if they plan to attack? Maybe we can get a surprise on them.
I will say this to you because you would know better than, well, both you and, I forgot your Felia, or not Felia. Good gosh,
Kitsune.
Kitsune. Both you and Ken would note that even though the residue's here and it's kind of like an alarm, if it's a well-endowed enough-ish, they could possibly be able to ascertain conversations through residue in the surrounding area.
Oh well, if that's the case, that conversation is gonna happen somewhere else. Drag Elizabeth outside, perhaps. But still, ask her that.
Can you ask it again so I remember?
Okay, if we do not uncover any leads in this area, might I suggest that someone stay here during the night in case they attack again? Maybe we can get a surprise on them.
I would like to say that you can, but obviously that's something that my employer would have to agree with.
Oh, I'm sure if he knows better and he's smart enough, he'll allow one of us to do so. It's no problem.
Am I close enough to hear them without having to roll for it?
This is still outside, and there's actually people walking around, so yeah, you would have to do a listen.
Okay, then I will do that.
This is actually a busy street, I just didn't fill it up with people.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, you would hear that.
I would abandon my fruitless venture and still looking for gunk. I'd just be like, I wonder. And then walk over and approach Elizabeth from behind diagonally, looking to Aranya and say, we are also employed by another.
Yes, and?
And that job involves 5 small children and is around 2 days away.
Well, then I suggest you better uncover more leads, so we don't have to do this plan.
I'm sorry, you cut out. What did you say?
Oh, sorry, I said, then I suggest you better uncover more leads, so we don't have to do this plan.
I would turn to Elizabeth and say, there are 5 little lives at stake. We can dedicate the better part of the afternoon to this, but I fear after that we must leave.
Then get to work.
I understand the life of an adventurer could be quite chaotic and hectic. She gives off a sigh.
I would...
Can I hear
First,
the
she
part?
purses her lips and kind of walks away.
What would you do, Fetcher?
And
Or
I was asking if I could hear that conversation with Selena and Elizabeth.
You need to listen.
Okay. I didn't know if they were trying to keep that part quiet or if they were saying it loud enough.
No, it's just loud.
Oh, okay. Let me go find my listen. Boop.
Yeah, you hear it.
Okay. I was just wanting to make sure that I heard that. I'm not doing anything with it yet.
What about you, Ken? For you personally, this would be something that would deem troublesome. Something that your race likes to do on the side is hunt down ish because, well, when there's an ish around, it never speaks anything good for your own kind.
Yeah, I'm sitting there calm, but obviously a little twitchy and irritated, and say, perhaps we can dedicate more than half a day, at least a day. There could be more here. There could be more going on here than we know.
See? He's very smart and intelligent.
Shut up, you.
How dare you?
Flashback of Vex.
That was amazing. I high five Ken for that, and if he doesn't take the high five, he's gonna get slapped in the face.
I take it, but I use my tail to high five you instead, as my hands are in my pockets, or in my robe, I guess. In the pockets of my robe.
That's just a badass way to accept a high five, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Okay,
need
so-
a spot check from all of you.
Okay.
Yay!
And this will
And
be
this is where it
averaged
goes
out. Or
downhill.
this will not be averaged out. This will be solo spots.
Okay.
So you got a 15.
Yes, I did roll a natural 20.
But
Not
it's
bad.
not trained, so it's just a 15.
I know, but this is my second 20 in a row.
Dude, what's
in
up
a
with my
row.
freaking 14s? Like, everything I'm rolling is 14.
So Fetrick, you're too, like, distracted on how awesome that tail high five was.
Hell yeah, I am. Like, I'm writing a story about this right now.
Too bad you're not a bard.
I don't care.
So around this corner, or behind this this thingy, you see this guy kneeling down, looking down at, or like over at you guys.
We see him?
Everybody besides Fetrick.
Is
I'm
he
like
al-
facing the other direction.
Ooh.
Is he well armed?
No, it just seems like he has a cloak and he has a fox mask. That it looks like a fox mask, but the way that it's smiling looks more like a human smile with a bunch of teeth in it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I
Creepy as
don't.
fuck.
So,
Succeed.
Selena, as you move, the guy that you see there immediately just see what he immediately does. 1 second. GR. Oh. You guys are gonna need to do a spot check. Again.
Everyone?
Anyone that's actually gonna pay attention to this guy.
Do I need to make the spot check because I don't even know he's there?
No, not you.
I got this.
So, Ken, you notice that he's like ducking behind people back and forth as he tries to disappear into the crowd, but you're able to follow him as he's going through. Selena,
I
you
say-
totally lose him in the crowd.
Selena, on me, as I start chasing after him.
Give me a second so I can get his movement.
Okay, because I have no clue what else to call it. Actually, no. Did that the move silently, did that factor in the loud, busy street that there apparently is?
It would, but it also makes you move at half movement when you move silently.
But I only moved like 2 steps.
I know, I'm just making sure you know. When you move silent, while you're in move silent, you move at half your movement.
Okay.
He had a held action. If someone moved towards him, he was going to run. Well, not held, quick action.
I've technically got to follow you, Ken, so.
So,
I don't think it's going to be a problem because depending on how far away he gets, he might get frozen.
so you guys start to move through the crowd chasing after this guy.
And I'm on Ken's tail, essentially.
Yep.
Without physically harming.
Oh, that's a roll. Okay. So, Selena, you don't see him, so Ken, you're the only one that can make this roll now.
Alright, what do I need to do?
Another spot check to keep up with him so he doesn't get lost in the crowd.
Okay. Let's see if I can get 21. Nope.
Ah, it was so close, so close. So as you're watching him, he immediately, like, this big half-orc kind of gets in the way and just, like, slowly lumbers by, and by the time he moves, the guy is just gone.
I stop running and my tails go to the ground and I just sigh. Ah. I lost him. We should keep an eye out for someone like him again. Looking left and right, trying to look like across the big guy without looking.
Okay, as an accomplished woodworker, that gives me some artistic ability. Is it feasible that that I could draw what the mask looked like?
I would say it is possible for you to try to craft a mask out of wood. That is possible.
Okay.
So that would be a skill.
A skill that you don't have yet.
You can buy skills that aren't on the base list for 30 skill points.
Aw, I was gonna say I change into a shape, but I have to have had already selected a form.
Yeah, you already have your human form. That's your human form for life. The problem with Ish can change into any shape. And the problem with being someone that can change shape generally, somebody that
Yeah.
is like, oh, you just changed form? You could be an Ish. We should kill you. How would we know that you're not really the guy that you look like? You could have killed that person and taken their life.
Okay, so now is where I decide to enter my qualm with that. And because I've been listening to too many podcasts, the only thing I can think of to call it is here's my beef. So I can essentially work my backstory any particular way, but I still have to pay the points for the skill.
Yes.
30 points for a skill that I've technically had for 15 years.
Yes. That's simply to not break the game. Because if that's the case, somebody could say, well, I've been trained for a Grandmaster Wizard for my entire life up until this point, so I should be able to know all magics and be able to ascertain everything.
Yeah, like my character. He just chooses not to do that.
The 30 points is putting it towards the effort in learning it. That's what the points mean.
Well, it is the way it is. I just don't see that that's... I just don't understand. Like, I get that it's not to break the game, but I know that you can only put so many ranks into a skill anyway.
Well, the 30 points to buy a skill means you can buy and make almost any skill that you can think of. There's no real cap to what you can do. So you want to do the woodworking thing, it would be that you do the 30 points for craft woodwork.
Okay.
What you can do is just try to do it naturally to see if you can get a good roll. Or you can just remember it, and then when you're able to do it, you can get the actual skill and then make it then.
No, that seems pointless.
Not having the information, why would it be pointless?
Because I plan on leaving to go help the other people. And I don't plan on putting too much time into this. I mean, having the information, yeah, sure.
Sure, but you don't even know if this guy has anything to do with this certain thing. You just saw a guy that was looking at you guys with the mask and then ran.
Okay, well, I've complained enough.
So, Fetrick, you're being clueless. You just saw that Ken and Selena kind of... Well, Selena moved down and was trying to sneak over here, and then Ken kind of just bolted down, and then you saw them both start to run, and then kind of get mixed up in the crowd that direction. What are you doing?
I just walk over to Rana and I'm like, fuck's going on?
I believe we saw something that could have been a good lead. Unfortunately, it looks like they screwed up once again in finding them.
Did you get a sight of the thingamajig? I don't fucking know what's going on. I didn't see shit.
I did get a sight of the figure at first, but he dipped into the crowd before I could follow. But it might be good to ask around. Maybe they've seen him before.
Well, I need a description of what you saw if I'm going to ask anything.
And still give it a description.
What description do you give?
Cloaked figure with a mask that looked like a fox mask, except it actually had human teeth type thing. There you go.
Great detail, 10 out of 10, thank you. I would just look over at Elizabeth. You seen anything like this before? Or heard of anything like this?
She would listen to you giving off that description. She kind of gets a pale look on her face.
Get the what?
Pale look on your face when you were describing that arena, because she didn't see it either.
I believe our friend knows what this is.
You saw Smiling Jack?
Who the hell's Smiling
That is
Jack?
what he goes by.
I've never... There's stories amongst higher nobles around here about him.
And do you know where we can find this Smiling Jack?
No, I don't.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how dangerous is this dude?
We should
10
go
being,
inside.
you're probably gonna die if any of us leave.
We should go inside.
Do we need to go get your boyfriend?
No, we don't need to bother him for this. We should go inside.
You admit it? Alright, let's go inside now.
Like, even when you said that to try to make a joke, it, like, her demeanor does not look like she wants to joke around right now.
I don't know.
would
I don't know the
I-
current situation. It's probably just some pansy behind a mask.
What'd you say, Katie?
I would have been complaining at Ken for losing him, but only good-naturedly.
I slumped my tails down the whole time, feeling more defeated than anything you could say. It's the orcs, man. It's always the orcs. I always lose it behind them.
Do you go in? Okay, so everybody's moving in.
Yeah.
What you do, she immediately comes over and shuts the door behind and turns the...
And then I go, ah!
I look at you like,
Holding up the rag.
Huh?
oh.
I'd be holding up the rag like, ah!
Did you forget to mention something to somebody?
This is canon. This is actually what I'm doing now.
She's not even paying attention to you right now after she closed the door and started closing the shades to the inside. Turned the open side, or flipped this open side to close.
This seems a bit
As
excessive.
she's doing the shades, I would open the door and wipe it and like just cup it on the rag, just hoping I've salvaged something.
Also, while she's doing this, I would like to use a knowledge local, see if I know more about Smiling Jack. Probably not.
Hell, I'll even do it.
Most she knows that he's wanted.
I don't know shit.
uh,
Smiling Jack, is that like a cartoon character or something?
So as she closes the door and turns to face you guys, you've never heard about Smiling Jack.
nope.
Does it
Cartoon
look like we
character,
know?
right?
Carry on. Let's get on with this.
Well, it's said that he likes to take on hits that are allotted by other nobles to make sure no one's getting too big for their britches, so to speak. He's quite a big problem around here, actually. Not too long ago, he actually took out one of the king's lesser nephews, but still, he killed him in cold blood.
So what you're saying is, if we get a hold of him, kill on sight.
If you see him,
Kill on
pretend like
sight.
you don't.
But what
Oh,
if I
so-
kill him?
Is I might be screwed, seeing as I tried to chase him before he disappeared.
You were chasing him?
I believe he.
Yeah.
She kind of gets pale.
I would kind of like look around her to Ken. Like, and then we came in this store.
Yep.
You done fucked up, Ken.
How was I supposed to know?
I
want-
take back everything I said about you.
I gotta wait
I'll
outside.
offer Arana a high five for that one.
I'll high five at one of my legs.
I'll take it.
I like to, wait. Did he leave, like, the store?
No, he was
Why am I
behind
outside
the
of the store?
or the wagon, barrel wagon.
Anyway, I'd look to Aranya and I'm like, maybe we should just lead her to you.
It's clear that Smiling Jack was here for one of us, if anything.
I guess that gives us more of a reason to leave now.
Oh.
Hey, I want to kill Smiling Jack now.
If you want to kill him, think of it like this. And I'm not going to think of it like this because I enjoy living, but seeing as I seen him and chased him, he's probably going to come after me and not let me get too far. You can try
Which
and
is
kill him.
exactly why we must strike.
Striking at shadows is very pointless, but if we can lure him out, that might be better.
Then why don't we
I
use
sigh.
you as bait?
Yeah, I sigh knowing that I'm going to have to be the bait.
So as you guys are having this conversation, you just hear a heavy pounding on the door.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Why is this closed? Who closed my store?
I would immediately open the door for Elizabeth because I'm just assuming I recognize this voice.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I open it.
Hit him in the face with the door.
I open it. I'm like, hello, how are you?
What?
Need another kiss?
Why did you close my door?
I didn't. Smiling Jack had it closed.
Smiling. Oh, God.
She said it.
Why are you telling them these fairy tales, woman? There's no Smiling Jack.
Just like how you have no dignity. I mean, what?
Can you please leave your pet outside of my store? I know you're
I am
trying
no
to help
pet.
me, but
I am no pet. Call me a pet again and I'll show you what a pet is. I will go take a shit on your finest robes.
I would link my arm with Fetz and say, he stays.
I just kind of look at Selena like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I just give him this innocent smile.
You may think there's no Smiling Jack, but I'm about 100% sure that I seen one and started chasing it.
oh, it must have been some local children around with some. There's no such thing as Smiling Jack. I can assure you.
I would say that was a pretty bulky child.
I agree. Quite tall, masculine, and bulky.
It could not be. Now, the true problem is the ruffians that are vandalizing my store. And I swear, if I find anything that's messed up in here, kind of pointing at Frederick.
I just sigh. Is there any clothes nearby? Like within arm's length of me?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of.
I just kind of like grab it and like hold it really close to my face and just look at him like, really?
As he does that, can I wrap a tail around his neck?
Who,
And
me?
not like strangle him, but just be like, stop.
I use my tail to flick your tail off.
Regardless, we do
Reverse
have
strength check.
information.
Opposed strength check? Alright.
Actually, no, it's reverse skill, not strength.
Reverse.
Okay.
As they're doing this,
Frank,
I would-
lose.
So we're doing a skill check instead of strength?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He might actually beat me on this one.
What were you saying, Katie?
as they're doing this, I'd like to duck behind Fett to get outside.
Mhm.
And just kind of stay out of it.
Not too bad.
Oh, look at that.
He's
I'm
got
gonna
a...
get destroyed.
Yeah, fuck your tail.
I just sigh and be like, put a muzzle on it if you don't want a leash.
I'll put a muzzle on you.
Pets, please stop for a second.
Alright, do you want to die?
My apologies, your highness.
We have important business to discuss. We actually know more about these assailants.
Yes, they're ish. At least we believe they are. There was some slime over there in the corner. Our arachnid friend informed us on what it was. You've heard of Ish, yes, old man? I hope you know your races.
Ish. No, is that some type of soup?
You know what soup is. I'm amazed. I'm done here. I leave.
I'm the one that's needing the muzzle.
I don't like
I've never
this.
called him stupid.
I didn't call him stupid. I just said, you know what soup is, and then I leave.
Elizabeth's kind of looking like, trying to politely not look like she's annoyed, but kind of rubbing her temples.
Anyway,
It's okay. It's very hard to get good at
noble
helping.
in this room that has any intelligence upon this matter. I look over him, give him a wink, as in I'm trying to insult him. Can you further explain this Smiling Jack story?
She looks like she wants to speak up, but is biting her tongue.
See, you can talk, or I can, like, start causing some trouble.
Uh-oh, he says. Don't
I
think you
mean,
would want to
rumors that are
cause
going
trouble
around
in my store.
Oh,
How
no,
do you
that's
know
not
that
what
we
trouble
are
I'm talking about,
protected?
sir. You refrain to understand rumors and how quickly they can be spread. I'm just saying, if a rumor about Smiling Jack watching your store gets spread around, people are going to start thinking your store's up to no good, or if they go there, they're going to get killed because they're going to be targeted, and yada da. Pretty sure your store's going to start going under.
Beast, are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you, I'm threatening your store.
Get out.
Just do it this once for him, and then we'll continue on with what we need to do.
Is he like standing in my way if I try to get out?
Yes, he would be standing near the doorway.
I don't even try to avoid bumping into him. I make sure that I bump into him.
Yeah, you do so, and he would flamboyantly just like, ah! Just get pushed against the door for you and just kind of look at you angrily.
Bitch, you told me to get out. You were in my way. Next time, move.
I would like to suggest something to you, Sir Noble.
He'd kind of be looking at you with a very haughty, or not haughty, angered expression.
Oh, do not look at me with anger. I can't control these inferior creatures.
He would fix his garments and flick his hair back over his shoulder.
I would reach up and flick it back forward.
However, I think I might have a plan to catch these assailants.
Assailants? We spoke nothing of assailants.
There is someone coming into your store and taking stuff, ain't there?
Those are ruffians. And no, there's nothing being taken from the inside of the store. All they're doing is cutting out my windows and taking them.
Am I close enough to hear all this?
Depends on how far you
Since
live.
I'm just...
If you didn't leave that far, then yeah.
Okay, I only left just outside, just to get past and out. I didn't walk off or anything yet. I would say that's a mighty empty section of store. It seems like a waste of space then.
It's because, woman, you do not understand how to properly drag the customer's eye to finer goods. This is a form of feng shui. Do you understand the word?
Bitch, are you insulting her?
Regardless of the task at hand, I would like to recommend me staying here tonight so I can catch the assailants personally. Or the ruffians, whatever you would like to call them.
He'd rub his chin. You alone.
My friends could be waiting outside. hide in a way if you want. But
This
I
one,
have...
he points at Frederick, I do not want near my store without my supervision.
I
Bitch, you
would
can
kind
stay
of-
here, but if fighting gets down, you better get your flamboyant ass out of the way.
I would like step between Fetrick and Ken because I'm kind of behind them now.
Mhm.
I just
kind
pick
of like-
Selena up and put her on my shoulders at this point.
Fair enough.
There we
She
go.
wouldn't protest because she is in fact wearing pants, not a skirt.
I didn't think you were wearing a skirt. Most archers
I
don't
know.
wear skirts.
I know. But there are quite a few images on the internet that prove otherwise. And I don't understand them.
That's just uncomfortable.
My hands would be like this on top of your head, just kind of like resting. And I'd look down at Sir Ellen and what exactly do you have against my companion right here?
His kind makes my eyes vomit.
And she's a spider.
The hell do you mean, my
And what does
kind?
that mean? They are elegant.
And you're gay.
Wow!
I think you proved his point.
No, when Fet says that before Aranya says anything, I'd say at the same time he says you're gay, and I'd say, and you're an idiot. What's your point?
I never denied it. I know I'm an idiot. I accept it.
No, I was saying that about Sir Ellen.
Oh.
He just takes that in, like... Oh!
Don't
And then
faint on us, sir.
Literally, I would just kind of say, and I'm sorry, I don't help people who are ungrateful for help. And I just shrug.
I agree. Why should we help this man who is blatantly racist? Arana, you're the only one that wishes to help. Why don't you follow the group's lead and leave with us?
Hey, if they pay me handsomely and stop being an asshole, then maybe I will offer help. But currently, I have a bigger task at hand that
Obviously,
is far more
you guys do
important
not-
than dealing with idiots.
This is not free help. I am employing you for one. You do not have to do anything besides listen to what I say. If you were to truly be the adventurers I would hope you all to be, but assuming that's how you act, you're more brigands than any adventurers I've seen.
I hope you're not saying that to everyone.
No, madam, you are quite elegant. Your company is very thanked.
What's a brigand?
It's like a bandit.
Okay, because that's not what Google came up with. It came up with like a wolf, and I'm like, cool. Okay, so I'm bandit. Sure, fine. See ya.
If we were bandits, do you really think your tongue would still be in your mouth?
You have one moment more to threaten me, thing.
I'm not
You will
threatening
regret
you.
it.
I'm just disproving your statements. You're noble. Act like it.
Actually, my friend, that's what most nobles are like. Complete
I've
low-life
seen a lot of
bastards.
nobles that are nicer. Hell, Arana's nicer than him.
Damn. Oh, this entire time Elizabeth is just extremely you can tell the embarrassment that's on her face right now.
Okay, so I noticed that she's embarrassed, and I would be like, and her name's Elizabeth, not Donna.
Kind of just like whatever. Leave my store. I do not need your help. Rana, I will properly work with you, seeing that you're the only one of sane mind.
Sane mind, yeah. I would motion at Elizabeth to come out of the store so I can have a conversation with an intelligent person.
She kind of looks at you, just looks back and forth, and looks like she can't do that kind of a thing. But
I
she's
look
not
at
saying
her.
anything.
I give her a face of this is of great importance and she will be greatly pleased with what I have to say. And it can be a between me and her thing.
Damn it.
You need to do a roll to make her do something she doesn't want to do.
Which role?
It's innuendo.
It's either... Well, actually, in this case, it's just an assume innuendo. She understands what you're saying. It would be you trying to either intimidate her out or diplomatize her out.
I'll try to diplomatize her out. Fuck!
Woo! Yeah! No! Mm-mm.
I'm so
Pretty
flustered.
lady come out.
Douche in front of me, pissing me
blunt.
off the entire time. I can't make a good face.
Yeah. She's just like, mm-mm. I can't.
I think she'd even walk away with that.
Yeah,
She probably would.
Just stops looking at you. She's like, you're gonna get me fired. I can't deal with you right now. Like, I want the help, but I need this job. It doesn't help me if I get fired.
I would set Selena down, push Flamboyant Man here away, and then whisper into Elizabeth's ear
Oh,
what I'm going to send you.
Animal, get out of my store before I get.
Give me a fucking moment, Mr. Flamboyance. I'll be out in a moment.
I think we need to all be out of the store for a second so we can discuss matters.
He would then leave the store. So he would disappear in the crowds.
Wait. As he's leaving the store, I'm going to make a diplomacy check on him to attempt to calm him down and let him know that everything will be okay. We'll be out of his hair in a minute. Damn it.
Ariana's gonna try and chase him down.
Please, sir, relax. Calm down. We'll be done here in a minute.
1 second. He has he's angry, so that's a +5. So, oh, it
What?
doesn't matter. He just needs to roll a 1 for you to win. No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
he's completely. He's too mad.
He's just done with it.
Okay.
So you can say what you were trying to say to her, Frederick.
Oh, I PM'd it to you.
She would kind of have her eyes like averted from you and just has her hands clasped between her legs, and she's like, "I'm sorry, but the master has asked you to leave. I have to request that you leave the premises." And she kind of bows her head while she's saying this, kind of not looking at you guys.
I lightly pat her on the shoulder. Like on the side of the shoulder.
Oh, it looks like she didn't want to say that. It's obvious that she did not want that, but it looks like her hands are tied.
I'd lean in towards her and say, we'll be at the bar if you get off soon.
Well, if Derek shows up, I bet she will be getting off.
Not with how early that guard comes.
Oh, the innuendos are too strong. Too strong.
Alright, now does somebody want to point me in the way of the, like, where the bar is?
Say again.
North of our location.
The bar is the building at the top with the fence up here.
Okay. Let's see.
So Ariana, you're trying to calm him down. I need you to do diplomacy.
Okay. Well, that's gonna suck.
And
I was
that's
more
why
so trying to get him to listen to the plan at hand.
diplomacy?
No, I took speed skills.
Oh man, you regretting it yet?
I'm not conversationalist.
Oh Jesus Christ, he is. I
I
don't
don't
want to
regret
hear
nothing
it.
now.
You're like, what do you say to him?
So, is that a yes to me staying for the night?
Oh, you're not trying to calm him down?
Oh, no, I'm just trying to get a clear answer.
Oh. Yes, I already approved for you to stay. Now, leave me be. I'm getting the guards. Your companions will be seeing behind bars tonight. That's the last thing I do.
I'll make sure it is the last thing you do.
Alright, you enjoy yourself. Ariana doesn't seem to care.
Why do I feel as though our arachnid friend shall be robbing that store before the night's end?
I have a feeling she's just gonna get herself killed.
Oh, that fast head bob. Yep. Who knows? I might get really unlucky with my rolls like I've been doing late. Oh, wait. Alright, so, Ariana, do you move back?
Well, it's too late to stake the place yet, so I'll go with the others for now.
Do you tell them anything?
Nope.
Alrighty. So, you guys go back to the bar?
Mm-hmm. I'm still going in the right way, right?
Yes.
So it's this right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go back to the bar too.
You guys made all the good impressions so far.
Twirling my tails as I walk.
Hey, I made a great impression on Elizabeth, just not Senior Flamboyant.
Yeah, fuck that racist prick, man.
Alright, so before we head into the bar, do you want to take our break?
Yeah, we can do a 15-minute break.
Alright.
Actually, this one's gonna be a little longer. It's gonna be a 20, so I can get food.
Okay.
Food.
Food is for the yum.
Give me food too. You know, you can mail it and I'll have it in like 2 months.
Oh, wouldn't you love that? But, guys, thanks for watching. We're on our second break of the night. Actually didn't talk over how long we wanted to make these things run. We've been streaming for... Oh, jeez. It's 1 a.m. When did we start? Started at 10:30. Had our first break at 12.
About 3 hours ago.
It's 1:45 almost.
Yeah, so this... Ooh, we should have had our break earlier than that. My fault, guys.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, let's go ahead and do our break now. Get all situated, and we will be back at 2 a.m. Eastern Time.